Hi, my name is Rachel Lopez, and from page 82, my general purpose is to inform about sign language. So, I personally have been in a situation where I had to use a notebook in order to communicate with someone because I had no knowledge of ASL. So, I honestly thought that would never happen to me. I was like, I don't think I'll ever have to learn ASL. But after that is when I started thinking about it. I'm like, maybe I should learn a couple phrases so I won't be completely helpless next time if anything like that ever happens again. So I was able to learn basic phrases in sign language, enough to have a small conversation with these few steps. First, I began to inform myself of ASL, what it consists of, which people with disabilities rely on it most. I just began to inform myself. Second, I began to familiarize myself with the alphabet, the ASL alphabet. And then third and finally, I started searching up phrases in sign language that I could, like signs that are needed for basic communication, like introducing yourself in ASL or just asking how are you or anything like that. That's what I learned. So, did you know, according to Hackaday website, it was reported by the World Federation of the Deaf that more than 70 people around the world use some form of sign language as their first language. That was their first language. So, the first thing I did is understand the importance of sign language. According to Ismail, who is deaf, from the BBC, it's an article called How Sign Changed My Life. Ismail wants to raise awareness of deaf people's mental health through lack of communication. Because imagine being deaf, you have to think about the people's mental health because they probably feel ostracized, not being able to communicate with people the way we do because they can't hear us firsthand, so they feel a bit alone. And I bet it gets really tough. So that's why I try to inform myself, become more cultured in a way of their language, because I didn't want to be disrespectful or anything and mess something up. Once you have familiarized yourself with the topic of sign, you can start learning the alphabet. So engaging in the alphabet helped me learn my name. I use this cheat sheet. It's like a cheat sheet. And I began singing the ABC song and started signing to this. I would go very slowly. And the first thing I learned using the alphabet was my name. So it'd be Rachel. That was the first thing I learned with the sign language alphabet. Okay, and third, once you have familiarized yourself with the alphabet and my little cheat sheet, I began searching up words and phrases that I could use. So personally, my situation was a kid came into the nurse's office. I volunteered there, and his interpreter wasn't there, and he didn't really use, he didn't have any hearing aids, so he relied strictly on ASL. And so after that, I was like, yeah, I need to inform myself. So the phrases that I personally know, well, one of the first phrases I learned was hello, how are you? And then I learned my name, so hello, my name, and then I would sign out my whole name, so Rachel, and that would be how I'd introduce myself. And then I'd ask, what's wrong? So you tap your chin twice, and you have to furrow your eyebrows because that communicates it's a question. And so I learned I focused more on learning the signs, so I knew what he was trying to say to me. What in the future, if someone were to, I would know what they're saying to me. So now that you learned the basics, now we can talk about what you learned. Anyone can learn sign language at any age, it doesn't matter, but at any time or age, informing yourself is a great way to start. Learning the alphabet, and then finally picking phrases you can use in a conversation with someone ASL. With these easy steps, you can learn basic sign language. Don't be afraid to try to learn a new language. You'd be surprised how many opportunities learning a language can bring you. So yeah, thank you.